digitization for a smart and sustainable world. We will share with you some interesting topics today. We will also be involved in the launching of the latest solutions in the field of digital power. We will also explore together the latest trends and possibilities for industrial digital transformation and will exchange ideas with technical experts and high-level developers. We will also discuss some topics in depth, explore business opportunities with clients and potential partners, and we'll also explore new innovations for digital energy and their issues in industrial applications. We are committed to working with our customers and partners to create new value for organizations in all industries. Don't miss this chance. First of all, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Yuliang, Regional Director for Digital Power, Huawei Enterprise Business Group in Northern Africa, who will deliver a welcome speech to you and open this major event. Mr. Yuliang, the Regional Director, Digital Energy, Huawei Enterprise Business Group, Northern Africa, has been working with Huawei since 2015 and has over 19 years of experience in this industry. During the past 3 years, he has been working on promoting in the business of data centers and power generation facility in the Middle East region and has won many different projects such as government, oil and gas, and transportation in the several Middle East countries, Emirates, the Saudi Electricity Company, the Ministry of Oil in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, International Airport, Iraqi Oil Ministry. Welcome, Mr. Yuliang, with me.
Hello everyone. Thanks for joining our Digital Power online event today. This is our second event. My name is Yuliang, Regional Director of this business. I'm very happy to meet you again in this way. Since we cannot meet face-to-face because of pandemic, but we always find a solution to see you. Today we will share a lot of information about the latest trends related to data center facility, site power facility, and smart PV sector. Also, every year Huawei develops a lot of new technology and release new solution. So today in this event, we will also launch some new solution in Northern Africa, such as new single-row data center solution, new smartly UPS and battery solution, new microgrid solution. All these new solutions will show our ability and application scenarios. I'm very happy now we have the smartly battery demo with me. I will share some new features in advance. So you can see this is Huawei smartly battery demo, full modular design, and easy to take out and for the maintenance, because all this is modular and hot swappable design. And the most important for this battery solution is the weight and space is only 50% than traditional lead-acid battery. So you can save a lot of space and find the room to install it. In another way, I want to emphasize that Huawei Smart Lithium battery support old and new battery mixed use. So it means you can save your investment at the first phase. No need to spend all your money at one time. In another way, the second feature for this battery is not only support Huawei UPS together, but also support other brand UPS in the industry. This is very flexible and simple use. And the most important in here, we can see the UPS and the battery will have the same experience. Thank you.
Now we will start together with the first topic of our program for this special event. Top 10 trends for a data center facility with Mr. Sanjay Kumar Saini, Business Director of Huawei's Global Data Center. Mr. Sanjay leads the development of Huawei's global data center technologies business and has over 28 years of experience in leadership roles, business development and companies across the US, Middle East and Asia Pacific markets. And he has a dependable and trustworthy consultant to many clients, partners, and influencers. Let's listen to him together.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our session on top trends in data center energy. My name is Sanjay Sainani. I'm the SVP and Global CTO for the data center business at Huawei Technologies. Now, history will look at 2020 as a defining year, and us as a COVID generation, in terms of how we, the world, coped with the epidemic. While the epidemic is far from over, the world has adapted and adopted new techniques and workarounds to keep itself going. Online has become the new norm. Cloud computing and internet applications have helped transform the delivery of multiple services, including healthcare, education, work from home, to name a few. With the risk of economic shutdowns and an accelerating impact on health, all fronts of business and government have been in overdrive. We've been in a rush against time to find these solutions, workarounds, and alternatives. We've seen new infrastructure being designed and deployed on a war-footing basis, leveraging prefabricated and pre-fitting technologies. With the trend to move to on-prem CapEx model of IT to off-prem cloud and OpEx-based IT, we see cloud data centers occupying more than 80% of the data center footprint. New services including augmented reality, virtual reality, autonomous operations, surveillance will require much more data processing and servicing to happen as close to the user to ensure quality of service as related to bandwidth and latency requirements. We believe more than 50% of the data will be processed at the edge. This will only be possible with edge-located infrastructure and will result in about 35% plus CAGR in the edge data center space. In this digital transformation journey of accelerated expansion of digital infrastructure, in which Huawei Technologies plays a major role, we see the following top 10 trends in the data center energy domain. Trend 1, zero carbon data center. Now, data center facility footprint is expected to double from 12 gigawatts as of 2019 to about 25 gigawatts by 2025. This juxtaposes with carbon neutrality effort the world has embarked on to fight climate change. We believe zero carbon DC will be the goal. With hundreds of megawatts per campus, the use of green energy, such as wind, solar, has already become a top priority by hyperscalers. While PUE has been a measure so far for efficient data centers, water consumption has been overlooked. We believe WUE, water utilization efficiency, will soon become an additional green data center evaluation indicator. All of the power consumed by IT is converted into heat. Recovering this heat, especially in large-scale data centers, is already a practice in countries with colder climate. Heat recycling expectations are being explored across the world to move towards the goals of a circular economy. Trend 2, high density. It was till not so long ago that average rack densities were about 5 to 7 kilowatt per cabinet. With high processing demand from new applications, leveraging AI, machine learning, big data analytics, unstructured data processing, has resulted in chip innovation to drive high computing workloads. Server power per use space is expected to double by 2025. This will result in 15 to 30 kilowatt rack densities becoming the new norm. In fact, with diverse computing collaboration, we'll have data centers powering 15 to 30 kilowatt density cabinets sitting side by side. Trend 3, scalable and elastic. Data center facilities are multi-million-dollar investments and are catering to the fast-evolving IT infrastructure landscape. One thing that is certain in the IT infra play is change. Data centers will look to incorporate scalability and elasticity within their design and deployment to allow accommodation of rapidly evolving IT while handling multiple densities and on-demand expansion. Trend 4, fast. While growth and acceptance of services and applications is directly related to consumer preference and thus has been unpredictable, existence of many new IT businesses depends on its ability to manage this explosive growth in many cases. Service provisioning goals have moved from weeks to hours. Tenants have moved to flexible leasing. Rapid deployment is the new norm to cater to these service bursts. Time to market to deliver data centers has already moved from 2 to 3 years to 12 to 14 months and is expected further to move to shorter delivery times of 6 months and even less in the coming future. Trend 5, simple architecture. With multiple technologies coming together in the data center facility, it becomes imperative to keep things simple. Best-of-breed component approach has given way to best-in-class system performance. We see a trend of simplification through convergence picking up. Converging power and cooling has resulted in simplified architectures offering ease of design, acquisition, delivery, and more importantly, operation and maintenance. We see this trend moving strongly into structural convergence through prefabricated structures with pre-fitted MEP, making data center lifecycle from design to operate more simplified. Trend 6, lithium for all. Lead-acid batteries have been the secret of power quality and uninterrupted operation in the data center for the past many decades. Innovation in energy storage, specifically lithium-ion batteries, have brought new performance advantage to the data center facility domain in terms of weight, size, life cycle, environmental sensitivity. With lithium-ion battery costs moving south every year, we will see lead out, lithium in the coming years in the data center. Trend 7, air in, water out. Carbon neutrality targets and leveraging of circular economy principles is bringing new focus on water usage in data centers. Many geographies of the world facing water shortages have massive data center facility expansion. Countries such as India, Middle East. Water-based cooling systems have been a mainstay due to their efficient architectures. We thus see a trend of pushing innovation in air-based systems, including indirect evaporative cooling, air economizers with liquid cooling gain momentum and become mainstream. Trend 8, fully digitized. Leveraging digital tools, including digital twin platforms, BIM, from planning, design, construction through to O&M, bring increased understanding of the extensive elements of the data center facility. With so much IoT both embedded and otherwise, we see the opportunity of leveraging digital platforms from sensors through multiple communication technologies to allowing a highly visualized management and control of the data center. Trend 9, AI-enabled. All of the data collected from the data center systems can be analyzed to understand trends, patterns, system relationships, and this will allow a unique ability to avoid duplication of effort, expertise, experience, and will open new areas of improvement in the data center space. Leveraging of AI to improve energy efficiency is already catching up. We see machine learning and AI supporting data center operations and management through analytics and recommendations, coupled with robotics in the coming years, leading to true lights-out data center facility becoming a reality. Trend 10, secure and available. With data center facilities being the foundation of the digital economy, hardware reliability, software security, system resilience, and privacy will continue to be the principal drivers in design, construction, and O&M of data center facilities. And this aspect of security and availability will continue to be a mainstay focus in the data center facility. I hope this has been an interesting session for all of you. Do share your thoughts with us about your experiences and opinions. Thank you for spending your time. Have a great day.
Huawei Enterprise Business Group offers many wonderful and green-friendly products and solutions to many important customers to help them speed digital transformation while overcoming the post-pandemic stagnation in addition to preserving the environment. One of these distinguished clients is the National Research Center in Egypt, who will talk to us about one of their successful experiences with the Huawei data Center Facility Solution. The National Research Center is the largest interdisciplinary center for research and development in Egypt and Middle East that is dedicated to basic and applied research in major areas of interest. Let's hear our customer and benefit from their successful experience in using Huawei's Data Center Facility Solution.
مساء الخير، برحب بحضراتكم في المركز القومي للبحوث. المركز القومي للبحوث اللي هو يعتبر أحد أكبر المعاهد البحثية الرئيسية اللي بتشتغل في كل المجالات الحيوية، الكيمياء والفيزياء والهندسة والطب والزراعة. أنا سماحة أبو الفتوح، مدير إدارة الاي تي والشبكات في المركز. برحب بيكم. المركز بحكم الوضع بتاعه بيحتوي على 7000 فرد متقسمين ما بين كادر عام وكادر خاص. الكادر الخاص ده هو المعني اكتر حد بالابحاث وبالنتائج العلميه والبحثيه والتعامل مع المعاهد والمراكز المختلفه لخدمه البحث العلمي. وكان لينا تجربه متميزه بالنسبه للتقدم التكنولوجي ومتابعه اهم التطورات في مجال التكنولوجيا، وكمان علشان تنفيذ سياسه التحول الرقمي اللي كل الدوله النهارده بتسعى جاهده ان هي تحقق فيها تقدم ملموس علشان ندخل على مرحله مصر الرقميه. قبل ما يبقى في داتا سنتر موجوده في المركز القومي للبحوث كانت كل الكومبوننت بتاعه الانترنت موجوده، بس موجوده في اماكن متفرقه لان احنا مساحتنا كبيره، احنا حوالي 16 مبنى. كانت بتقابلنا مشكله انه السويتشات مش في نفس المكان، السيرفرات، الراكات، الكاميرات. التيم اللي كان بيبقى محتاج انه يعمل كنترول ويامن الكومبوننت دي وهي شغاله كان بيواجه صعوبه شديده جدا في العمل عليها والفولو اب. لما الداتا سنتر توفرت، الداتا سنتر الحقيقه وفرت اول حاجه حمايه، وفرت تيار كهربائي مستمر، وفرت اليو بي اس انه ما فيش كهرباء بتقطع، ولو قطعت فتره وجيزه جدا الناس ما بتحسش، المستخدم ما بيستشعرش ان الخدمه حصل فيها تاثير. وفرت لي كمان مساحه من الراكات ان انا ممكن احط فيها كل كومبوننت زياده، محتاجه اعمل توسعات هحطها في نفس المكان، محتاج ان انا اوفر بنيه اساسيه وتحتيه لحمايه المكان اللي موجوده فيه الكومبوننت. ده ما توفرش الا لما بقى فيه داتا سنتر قدرت تحافظ على كل المستلزمات اللي كانت موجوده لشبكه الانترنت. بعد ما الدنيا كلها اتجمعت في مكان واحد اللي هو الداتا سنتر المؤمن، بقى فيه فايده كبيره جدا. الوقت اتوفر، المجهود بتاع التيم في متابعه الايرور اللي بيحصل وفرناه، انه التيم يتحرك فيزيكال يروح لحد الاند بوينت عشان يعرف نوع الخلل او العطل، ده ما بقاش بيحصل لانه بيقدر يطلع له الارم من جوه الداتا سنتر بيقول له الخلل موجود فين، سواء بقى كان اختلاف درجه حراره، سواء كان في سويتش حصل فيه مشكله، لو في كاميرا وقعت في المكان اللي هي موجوده فيه بيقدر يعرف المكان اللي هي موجوده فيه من غير ما يضطر ينتقل للمكان ده فيزيكال. ده ما كانش موجود قبل كده. كمان الداتا سنتر دلوقتي بتتيح المجال انه في جهات بحثيه اخرى بتتعاون معانا انها ممكن تيجي تعمل هوستنج عندنا، تحط حاجاتها عندنا. من ضمن المميزات اللي موجوده من التعامل مع الفندور انه خدمه ما بعد البيع. الحقيقه لما بتحصل عندنا مشكله الهوت لاين الناس بتستجيب بشكل مباشر، يا اما حد بيقدر يدخل ريموتلي من المكان اللي هو فيه لو حاجه مستعجله، يا اما بيتبعت حد من المهندسين المتخصصين لمعالجه المشكله. لما بيحصل عندنا دروب في سوفت وير بيحصل سبورت ليه على طول. لما لايسنس بتخلص الحقيقه هم بيتولوا تجديد اللايسنس او بيتولوا امدادنا بلايسنس تمبلت تشغل الدنيا الى ان يتم تجديد اللايسنس بالاجراءات بتاعتها. الدعم الفني متوفر في معظم الاوقات. ما حصلش الحقيقه ان احنا طلبنا منهم مساعده في حل مشكله من المشاكل وكان فيها تاخير. يعني انا افتكر انه كان في احدى الكاميرات تم بيها عطل، هواوي تاني يوم كانت باعته سيرفر من عندها بكاميرا بديله، قومت الدنيا الى ان يتم تغيير الكاميرا المصابه. كمان لما بيعملوا سبورت بيبقى فيه قطعه الغيار بيبقى معمول حسابها انها تبقى جاهزه، ان انا مش لسه هطلبها فلسه هتيجي، لا بيبقى فيه اتفاق انها بيوفر لي بديل يقوم الدنيا وتشتغل لحد لما يتم توريد القطعه المراد توريدها، علشان احنا ما يحصلش عندنا خلل. الايفنتات بتاعتها اللي بيحصل فيها تطوير كلها بتتبعت علشان بنحضرها اونلاين عشان ظروف جائحة كورونا، علشان نبقى برضو متواصلين ومتابعين أحدث التطورات والتكنولوجي اللي بتقدمها، سواء في المجالات اللي تخصها هي أو في مجال تكنولوجيا المعلومات بشكل عام. الحقيقة هواوي كمان الواحد يعني ممكن يوصي بالتعاون معاها لعدة أسباب. تقريبا هي الفندور الوحيد اللي قدر يقدم داتا سنتر على اصغر مساحه. كان عندها تجربه فريده انا ما شفتهاش في البراندات الثانيه، انه هي منفذه كمان نموذج انها تقدر تعمل داتا سنتر في حجم راك واحد، ومش لازم يكون جوه المبنى، ده ممكن تعمله كمان خارج المبنى. لو الاماكن اللي مطلوب فيها داتا سنتر ما هياش مبنيه بيلدينج، ممكن بيتعمل زي مكان في ميدان في سكوير وبيتغلف وبيتقفل بطريقه امنه. اصغر مساحه للداتا سنتر هي اللي موجوده عندنا، النموذج اللي موجود تحت. وعشان كده اي حد او اي مؤسسه لو مش متوفر عندها مساحه كبيره انها تعمل داتا سنتر هتكلفها مساحات ومستلزمات باسف ولوجيستيك كبيره قوي، فهي هتبقى هواوي بتقدم لها حل مثالي انها ممكن تعمل لها وتوفر لها معظم المواصفات المطلوبه في الداتا سنتر في اصغر مساحه ممكنه باقل تكاليف، سواء في الانشاءات او في البذل. وده النموذج اللي متطبق حاليا في المركز القومي للبحوث، وتقدر كل الجهات الاخرى تستند عليه. انا سعيده جدا انكم موجودين عندنا النهارده، واحب كل الكلام اللي احنا قلناه انه حضراتكم تقدروا تتابعوا بيه جوله جوه الداتا سنتر مع التيم التكنيكالي اللي مسؤول عنها، علشان تقدروا تشوفوا الكومبوننت بتاعتها والمستلزمات اللي موجوده وازاي بتشتغل. وده احد النماذج اللي احنا فخورين بيها جدا، وبنتمنى وبنتطلع الى مزيد من التعاون مع هواوي، لانه هي كل يوم بتثبت ان هي رائده في مجال جديد وبتتابع وبتواكب احدث التكنولوجيات. فاهلا بيكم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. معاكم محمد جمال، مسؤول تشغيل واداره غرفه التحكم المركزيه بالمركز القومي للبحوث. الحقيقه النهارده احنا هنتكلم عن أهمية استخدام الداتا سنتر في مجال تكنولوجيا المعلومات وخدمة الإنترنت بشكل عام، وتحديدا بالمركز القومي للبحوث. يمكن المركز كان من أولى المراكز والمعاهد البحثية اللي كان سباق في إنشاء داتا سنتر خاصة بالمركز، من خلالها بنجمع جميع الخدمات اللي بيقدمها المركز في مجال تكنولوجيا المعلومات، سواء كان بقى الانترنت بانواعه، كيبلينج، وايرلس، خدمه الميل، خدمه الويب سايت، خدمه الدومين. ويمكن لما هنخش على الداتا سنتر هنتعرف على الخدمات اللي بيقدمها المركز في هذا المجال. يمكن كمان المركز كان من اولى المراكز البحثيه، او ربما يكون المركز الوحيد في مصر اللي عنده 2 داتا سنتر طبعا قامت بتنفيذه شركه هواوي، وهو داتا سنتر اسمها سمارت موديولار 2000. هناخد كده ان شاء الله جوله كده في الداتا سنتر وازاي ممكن ان احنا نستخدمها. هنبدا بالاي تي اس كنترولر، وهو المسؤول عن التشغيل وامداد الراكات اللي قدام حضراتكم دايما بالكهرباء. الاي تي اس ده هو المصدر الرئيسي للمولد او التيار الكهربي للداتا سنتر. طبعا في حال ان هو اذا انقطع التيار الكهربي عن الداتا سنتر، بيقوم اليو بي اس بدور التشغيل لحين عوده التيار الكهربي من جديد. يمكن اليو بي اس اللي احنا معانا النهارده اسمه يو بي اس اي، هو طبعا هواوي. اليو بي اس دون بيقوم بدور بديل للكهرباء في حاله الانقطاع. طبعا هو بيقوم بتشغيل الراكات اللي قدام حضراتكم دي، وبيقوم بدور ان هو يحافظ على استمرار خدمه تشغيل الانترنت في المركز بشكل عام، علشان ما تتقطعش الخدمه عنه. ده السيستم بتاع البطاريات اللي موجوده في الداتا سنتر، عددها 64 بطاريه. البطاريات دي طبعا هي بطاريات التشغيل والشحن الخاصه باليو بي اس بالداتا سنتر. زي ما حضراتكم شايفين هي منقسمه على راكين. بعد كده بنيجي للسيستم نفسه المسؤول عن اداره وتشغيل الداتا سنتر. عندنا هنا زي ما حضراتكم شايفين راك كامل خاص بالتحكم الكامل للداتا سنتر. عندنا سويتش خاص بالكاميرات الموزعه داخل الداتا سنتر فيه اهو. عندنا حاجه اسمها نت ايكو، عندنا حاجه اسمها اي سي سي. السيستم ده يمكن مسؤول عن تشغيل واداره الداتا سنتر. مسؤول ايضا عن نظام التبريد ككل في الداتا سنتر، سواء التبريد الداخلي او الخارجي. احنا دلوقتي بنتكلم يمكن عن التبريد الداخلي الخاص بالداتا سنتر نفسها او في الموديولر اللي احنا فيه. الموديولر اللي احنا فيه طبعا اسمه موديولر 2000. وعايز كمان انوه واقول ان الداتا سنتر الخاص بالمركز القومي للبحوث يعتبر المركز اول من انشئ يعني الداتا سنتر على مستوى المراكز والمعاهد البحثيه التابعه لوزاره التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي. زي ما حضراتكم شايفين احنا هنا في الراكس ده عندنا السيستم بالكامل الخاص عن المانجمنت، سواء الدي سي ان وده النظام المسؤول عن الكاميرات الخاصه بالداتا سنتر، سواء النت ايكو اللي هو بيخليني اعرف درجه الحراره، نظام التبريد، نظام التشغيل، نظام الفاير الارم اللي موجود في الداتا سنتر عشان لو لا قدر الله حصل نوع من الحرائق او نوع من الاختراق يبقى بيديني الارمات اقدر اعرف بيها حصلت امتى الحادثه او حصل امتى بيها المشكله دي واقدر اتعامل فيها. حضراتكم طبعا لو جيتم هنا هتلاقي ان الابواب الخاصه بالداتا سنتر تتفتح وتتقفل اوتوماتيك. ما ينفعش مثلا تتفتح كده خالص، لو اتفتحت كده في حد مثلا غير مستخدم او غير منوط بيه استخدام الداتا سنتر مش هيعرف يفتحها، لازم يكون ليه صلاحيات للدخول. من بره ما ينفعش، لازم يبقى ليه صلاحيات للدخول عشان طبعا وده اللي بتوفره التكنولوجيا الجديده، ان هو بيوفر لي نوع من الامان في استخدام التكنولوجيا. عندنا بعد كده 6 تكييفات. ال6 تكييفات دي خاصه بنظام التبريد نت كول، خاصه بتبريد الراكات اللي قدام حضراتكم دي. كل وحده او كل تكييف مسؤول عن راك يظبط بيه درجه الحراره المطلوبه، وده طبعا ناتج لان درجه حراره السيرفرات بتبقى عاليه جدا، فبالتالي احنا بنلجا لاستخدام تكييف داخلي. التقنيه بتاعته عاليه جدا، بتساعدني ان انا اتحكم في درجه الحراره المناسبه اللي انا اقدر اختارها طبعا، وده راجع لان السيرفرات بتطلع درجه حراره عاليه جدا، فالمفروض ان انت تقوم بتامينها تامين كامل، ما تعتمدش بس على التكييفات الخارجيه، لا تعتمد كمان على التكييفات اللي هي موجوده في الراكات، ودي كانت تقنيه ما كانتش موجوده قبل كده. يمكن هواوي كانت من الشركات اللي كانت رائده في المجال بتاع النت كول، التكييفات الداخليه الخاصه بالتامين الداتا سنتر والحفاظ على درجه حراره انت تقدر تحددها علشان تامن سيرفراتك وتقدر تامن الشغل بتاعك. طبعا زي ما حضراتكم شايفين برضه احنا عندنا هنا السكاي لايت خاصه باضاءه الداتا سنتر، دي برضه من انتاج هواوي، وهي مسؤوله عن اضاءه الموديولر اللي احنا فيه ده بشكل كامل. طبعا لو احنا فصلنا مثلا الاضاءه مش هتبقى ظاهره زي ما احنا عايزين، يعني اللي يقدر عايز يشتغل مثلا على يقوم بشغل ما لازم يبقى فيه الاضاءه متوفره بشكل مناسب يقدر من خلالها يعني يتابع شغله باريحيه شديده جدا. يعني خلينا نقول ان الداتا سنتر مهمه جدا 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 انك انت تحافظ على السيرفيس اللي انت بتقدمها باختلاف انواعها بقى. انت بتتكلم على كلاود، بتتكلم على DPI، بتتكلم على ويب سايت، بتتكلم على دومين، على خدمه الانترنت باشكالها، وايرلس، كيبلينج. فانت الداتا سنتر محتاج انك انت لما تيجي تجمع الشغل يبقى عندك داتا سنتر محترمه بامكانيات عاليه تقدر تحافظ لك على جوده الشغل اللي انت بتعمله.
مساء الخير، كريم سيد، المسؤول عن السيستم بالمركز القومي للبحوث. الفترة الأخيرة المركز اعتمد على التكنولوجيا من أحدث التقنيات الموجودة، والمركز طبعا بيقدم خدمات كتير زي البريد الإلكتروني. الخدمات دي كلها بتقدم للبحث العلمي، الفايدة البحث العلمي. والفترة الأخيرة برضو احنا اعتمدنا على تكنولوجيا هواوي لانها سابقه في التقنيه دي، وان شاء الله الفتره الجايه هيكون في التكنولوجيا السحابيه لتقديم الخدمات دي للدكاتره والباحثين في اعضاء مجلس البحوث كله.
مهندس خالد محمد، نتورك ادمنستريتور المركز القومي للبحوث. جاي النهارده نتكلم عن التطوير اللي عملناه في الداتا سنتر. الاول ما فكرنا ان احنا نعمل انفراستراكشر جديده، كان اهم حاجه ازاي نجيب داتا سنتر تعرف تمانج جميع الكومبوننت اللي موجوده عندي، من كور سويتش، من راوتر، من فاير وول، من سويتشات الى اخره. فكان الاختيار لهواوي، هي كانت سابقه في موضوع الداتا سنتر الحديثه، وافادتنا في التحول الرقمي اللي احنا بنفكر فيه دلوقتي. فكان الاختيار لداتا سنتر هواوي. بصراحه وفرت لنا ازاي نمانج الكومبوننت بتاعتنا بصوره اكثر سهوله، ووفرت لنا باور ستيبل اقدر امانجه من عن بعد. فبصراحه كانت الاختيار جيد وموفق اللي احنا نختار داتا سنتر هواوي.
Next topic of our program, in which Mr. Mahi Chaudhry will talk to us about the new modular Huawei data center. Mr. Mahi Chaudhry, he has more than 17 years of experience in the ICT industry with diversified projects for business transformation with ICTS in different countries in Latin America and the Caribbean, Asia and Latin America, and has participated in the development of many future networks of operators in the fields of 4.5 and 5G. Let's join him.
Welcome to the Digital Power Innovation Exhibition Center. Today we are going to discuss what is our vision for the future data center construction. We want to achieve the data center construction very simple, that any room can be transformed into data center. Make any room a data center, that means the data center construction is that simple. You do not have a specific requirement on the room, that means a load bearing capacity and all that. You do not need to consider many factors. You can transform any room into a data center facility, because the data center is going to be much more simplified with short time to market and with lower OPEX. That is going to bring a win-win situation for you for the data center construction. Now I am going to discuss our smart modular data center solution launch. So before coming to this point, we want to ensure that traditional data center have certain drawbacks. You have long construction period, the investment is not precise because your OPEX is high because of the higher energy consumption. You have manual operation and maintenance, which is less efficient and costly, and if there is any problem related to the stoppage or reliability of the data center, it is going to have significant loss in the revenue. So we want to emphasize 4 fundamental principles to abide the simple data center construction. These principles are simple, green, intelligent and reliable. So our data center is going to focus on the 4 key philosophies. It is going to bring data center construction with a fast time to market and with a lower OPEX. That is going to provide a win-win situation for you. So today we are going to launch 3 pioneer products of this family: Fusion Module 2000, Fusion Module 800 and Fusion Module 500. These data center modules are going to ensure a simple construction of the data center. They are going to provide faster time to market, and you will have reduction in the OPEX. So, this is a kind of win-win solution for the operators and the enterprises for the data center construction, and this is the way we are moving to the future data center construction. Now, I would like to talk about Fusion Module 2000. This solution is a row data center. So, with one row I am going to add on 24 cabinets. It can be expanded based on your capacity. So, maximum I can go for 24 cabinets. Fusion Module 2000 is going to ensure for medium to high capacity configuration. You are going to have faster time to market when it comes for the data center construction. One of the unique approach for this data center is that all these data center cabinets are having glass door. This is going to give me an advantage of here I will have a cold aisle containment area which is 250 millimeter. This is going to have a comprehensive cooling capabilities in this data center, and that can assist me to increase the IT load capabilities per cabinet. Now, I would like to brief you some of the key highlights of Fusion Module 2000. First of all, as you can see here that the power distribution unit and the UPS is integrated into one rack. That is going to ensure me that I do not need to have additional rack when it comes to the data center construction. I am not going to have the additional rack. Because of that, I can have smaller footprint and I can allocate more space for the IT rack. In a co-located data center, more space is going to add me additional revenue, right? It is going to be profitable for me. One of the key highlights for this data center, as you can see that our UPS and the solution of battery, which is a smartly, they are having a unified platform. It can increase the consistency. You are going to have the same size, right? This is going to improve the consistency of the total solution. One of the approach I would like to mention, this is one of the key point with our smartly solution. First of all, this is based on our lithium battery solution. We want to ensure that the battery solution is going towards all lithium solution. Because of that, you are going to have benefits compared to the traditional batteries. Traditional batteries, lead acid batteries, they are consuming more space. So, 1/3 of the space you require with our smartly solution. This is going to again give me the benefit. I can allocate more space for the IT rack. Apart from that, compared to the lead acid, which is vulnerable to the thermal runaway and which can even catch the fire, the material for the lithium batteries is LFP, right? So, this LFP material is less susceptible to catching a fire in case of thermal runaway, and we have 3 level of the BMS in these batteries. One is the module level, second is the rack level, and third is the system level. So, we are going to ensure a comprehensive capability visibility in the case of these particular batteries. I would like to mention that even the ITU and ETSI, they are saying that you are going to have a lithium batteries as a direction for the battery solution, because they are much more safer when it comes to the ICT construction. Even these batteries can successfully pass the nail test and water immersion test. This is not going to be achievable with your normal batteries, and these batteries is going to have the additional advantage of intelligent current balance and voltage balance. So, these features are going to help you to combine the old and new batteries efficiently, and in case if any kind of module is damaged, with intelligent voltage control, you can make sure this battery setup is working properly. Another thing I would like to mention is related to our cooling capabilities. So, we have a fan cooling mechanism. This product is modular based. Because of the modular based, in case of any kind of troubleshooting or in case of any kind of damage to a particular fan, you can disconnect it, and you can even without hampering the other units, you are going to have easy troubleshooting. So, this is our cooling system, which is much more robust, and based on your requirement, you are going to add on the IT cabinet. One thing I would like to mention, that we are taking care of minute details. I would like to give you one feature, which is E-light. So, this E-light, based on the severity of alarm, will change the color. So, you can, even by visualization, you can see the alarm severity. Again, I would like to mention some of the key highlights of these solutions. This solution is going to help you to ensure easy kind of management capabilities. So, it has a console to view an entire panorama of statistics of alarms, and it has all essential requirement such as facial recognition. It is going to scan the face of an operator. Okay. After login, it is going to give you a total panorama of this Fusion Module 2000. You can even see the alarms which are based on the critical or severity of the alarms. You can see, you can monitor essential components, such as I can go to a particular cabinet and I can see some of the statistics of this cabinet. To ensure a kind of precision for the high precision data center, we are ensuring that the doors we have, these are the smart doors. So, in case of any kind of fire or smoke, these doors will automatically open and they are going to protect this data center facility against any damage. So, here I would like to give you the demo. In case of any fire or a smoke erupted in this facility, it is going to opens the door automatically. You can see the doors are open automatically and it is going to protect this data center facility against any damage. So, to summarize, we would like to emphasize the one row construction is going to ensure you fast time to market. It is going to have the deployment within less than 2 days, and we are having all the precisions taken to ensure this data center will have reduction in the OPEX, the PUE is reduced, and it is a win-win situation for you for the data center construction. Now, I am going to talk related to the edge data center facility. With 5G and ICT, more and more edge data centers will be there to meet the low latency requirement. So, this is our Fusion Module 500, which is edge data center, which is a part of the edge data center family. We can see this data center as a one rack, one data center. So, a complex engineering in the past is turned to a kind of plug and play products with all the essential components such as monitoring unit, power distribution unit, UPS, built-in fire extinguisher unit, smartly inside, and the cooling system integrated into one rack. This is our one rack, one data center. Some of the key specifications I would like to mention: you have a space up to 22U for your IT rack. We have the built-in cooling system of 3.5 kilowatt, and with a smartly, for a 3 kilowatt of the IT load, you can have 80 minutes of backup time. This data center is going to help you to ensure fast time to market, such as on a floor of a bank, or for example in a hospital. This data center can be placed. It is a plug and play kind of equipment that can be easily installed without any kind of issues related to the deployment. Plug and play data center will be more and more whenever you are requiring a low latency requirement. So, this is first module, Fusion Module 500. Now, I would like to talk related to our Fusion Module 800 platform, which is, I can say, as one row, one data center. So, this particular module can be expanded up to 10 racks based on your requirement, and it has all the essential components such as power distribution unit, UPS, monitoring unit, cooling system. One cooling system is 12.5. So, you have the two cooling system which is giving you 25 kilowatt of capabilities. The UPS module are 10 kVA, okay, 10 and 20 kVA, 10 kVA. If you have the two, it will give you 20 kVA of the capacity. You have a rack mounted fire extinguishing unit here. This is having a 6U space, okay, and we have a smartly inside. So whenever you have a large requirement, little bit higher requirement for the IT load up to 25 kilowatt, you can go with Fusion Module 800 data centers. This data center, to ensure a kind of simplified kind of use for this data center facility, we have a console which can help you related to the key statistics of the data center, such as you have 3-dimension view of this data center, you have what are the critical alarms you can see in a one glance, you can see the statistics of the PUE at a one glance, and you can monitor a different components such as cooling and the cabinet system of this data center facility. So you do not need a specialized engineer. This one is available for you in a one glance. So a normal engineer can also, a normal person also can see and monitor this data center facility. This data center facility is equipped with all the requirement needed for the high precision data center, such as this data center facility is having smart door. This smart doors is going to have a cold aisle, and these glass doors can help you in the two things. One is you have the cold aisle containment area, and outside you have the normal air, right? So the cold aisle containment area and the hot aisle separation is going to give you comprehensive cooling capabilities. Apart from that, these glass doors are smart doors. So in case of any kind of mishap such as fire or smoke, they will open themselves automatically. Now I am going to scan my face, and these doors are going to open automatically. So in case of any kind of event such as fire broke out, this is going to open themselves, and it is going to protect this data center facility in a quick time. That's all.
And now I will leave you with the next session, which is about launching of the new Smartly UPS solution with Mr. Kingaili. Mr. Kingaili is the General Manager of Power Supply Department at Data Center, Huawei's digital power product line. Let's listen to him.
Hello everyone. I am Li Qingwei from Huawei Power Supply and Distribution Domain. Welcome the members from R&D and test teams of the UPS 5000H series. Let's unveil the new products on the count of 1, 3, 2, 1. We will get back to R&D and test team later. Mr. Li Qingwei will demonstrate the products first. Thank you, Wan Chu. I'd like to present to you the UPS 5000H series. On the right are our 400 kVA to 800 kVA UPS. As the power density increases, 400 kVA to 800 kVA are considered as small and medium ones. On the left are our 1.2 megawatts and 1.6 megawatt UPS. These are applied in high-power data center scenarios. This is a 400 kVA UPS. Let's look at its inside and structure. There are 4 power modules, 100 kVA for each. This is the bypass module. This cabinet is about 800 millimeters wide. This is the 800 kVA UPS. It has 2 power cabinets. The width of each cabinet is 800 millimeters. The other cabinet contains the bypass module and control module. This 800 kVA UPS is 1.6 meter wide. We reduced the 800 kVA UPS from 4 cabinets to 2 cabinets, doubling the power density. These are the small and medium power cabinets. On the left are our 1.2 megawatts and 1.6 megawatts UPS. We launched the 1.2 megawatts UPS earlier. This is the 1 megawatts cabinet with highest power density in the industry. It has 10 power modules. The bypass module and some power modules are here. There are 2 power modules at the bottom. The whole system is 1.2 megawatts. Bypass module and control module are also here. This is the UPS 5000H series from 400 to 1600 kVA. Thank you.
And again with Mr. Mahesh Chaudhary, Solution Engineer for Huawei's digital power line. And this time he's going to show us more details about the top 10 power site solutions trends. Let's join him.
Hello everyone, I am Mahesh, Solution Architect of Digital Power Product Line. Thanks for participating in release of top 10 trends of site power. Today we are going to see what is Huawei's vision for the tendencies in the site power domain and how we are going to construct your future network. Energy is always been there throughout the history of the mankind. So we have a different phases of the energy. First phase of energy is when the man learns how to drill and make a fire. Second wave, we went for the coal and oil gas. Third phase, oil and gas to the new energy. And right now we are into the fourth wave, which is focused in the renewable energy domain. Also, there will be the emergence of digital technologies such as AI and digital electronics, power electronics. This will be adapted to the power domain. With this, I will conclude with the update part, and now I am going to focus on the top 10 trends of the site power. Power digitalization is inevitable trend because the traditional system from the power generation, transmission, storage and the distribution to the consumption, it is isolated. There is no coordination in between. We had made exciting innovations. We have ensured the digital power technologies and the digital technologies submerged together. This is going to help us to add bit flow to manage watt flow and bits to manage watts. This is going to have efficient power generation and consumption. This is the trend which is power digitalization is inevitable. Operators and carriers, they are having new technologies each year, but in the front of energy, it is lagging behind. We have issued and we have projected a architecture, target network architecture for the energy part in 2019. We want to ensure that whenever you are evolving to a power system for the future technologies, it should be without adding any energy related OPEX, and the CAPEX involved should be optimized also. To ensure that, we have ensured some of the key technologies such as power electronics, storing technologies, cooling technologies, sensor, IoT and intelligent AI and cloud. These kind of technologies help us to ensure simple, intelligent, green and reliable energy network, which will help you to evolve to the new technologies but without adding energy related OPEX. Right now we are saying that zero carbon network is the important point. So the zero carbon network is our trend number 2. Traditionally what is happening, most of the power is by the fossil energy. There are a lot of diesel generator working around, and because of that there is a huge amount of carbon emission. Apart from that, the traditional legacy site have the site energy efficiency less than 60%. That is going to add on to the OPEX, and it is going to result in the new technology innovation. It is going to lower the profitability of the new technologies. More and more countries and the operators, they have given their plan for the carbon neutral network, such as European Union, Korea, Japan and even China. Some of the key operators such as Vodafone, Telefonica, Orange, MTN and other leading operators, they have all mentioned what is their target year and target plan for the carbon neutrality. Right now we have seen that in most of the countries, the power generated by the photoelectronic technologies such as solar cells is much more cost effective compared to the grid, and each year this price is lowering down. So we want to emphasize the usage of the solar panel as much as possible. Carbon neutralization is a concept which is end to end, followed end to end. It consists of variety of the cutting edge technology adapted from the generation stage, transmission stage and on the application stage. So smart PV will utilize the optimizer to generate a higher yield, for example. there will be wideband gap devices which will help us in the transformation, and there will be the application of the cooling technologies such as bionic or natural heat dissipation technologies will be adopted. All these technologies will be the key DNA to ensure lower electricity phase and the lower power consumption in the entire life cycle from the module level, site level to the network level. I would like to emphasize on the third trend, which is lithium for all. As we all know that more and more electric vehicles, they are utilizing the lithium batteries. Because of that, the price for the lithium batteries is going down each year. We are making sure to utilize the lithium in all our ICT infrastructure. I would like to give some examples here. During the COVID-19 especially, the operator have not able to visit the site, and the typical sites which is consist of the lead acid batteries, there was kind of frequent kind of downtime, and you cannot even visit the site during the COVID-19. Because of that, we have ensured our lithium battery approach which is visible to the network. So you avoid invisible site visit here. All the site parameters are available to you on the one glance. Apart from that, some of the intelligence technologies we are using, that even we can offload the grid whenever the tariff of the energy is high by allowing the battery to discharge whenever the mains supply tariff is much more higher. We also want to ensure that we want to build a cloud network of a lithium battery. So based on the IoT module integrated in these batteries, it will be connected to cloud, and we will have a cloud of batteries. It is going to enhance the synergy. All the intelligence features such as voltage boosting, staggering can be executed on the cloud layer. So lithium for all is definitely a direction for the future ICT network. I would like to emphasize that we are the first one who have deployed the lithium batteries in a cellular network, and right now we are in the 5th generation of lithium batteries. The industry right now, they are providing a basic kind of features with a 3rd generation of common lithium batteries, but our Cloudly portfolio, this is going to allow you to connect the batteries with a built-in IoT module to the cloud network. So you can have a cloud network of the batteries. It can improve the synergies, and you can execute all the intelligent features but much more dynamic manner. 4th trend I would like to emphasize is transforming a traditional telecom site to the social site. So traditional telecom site is just utilized to send the communication information to connect the people, right? Now we want to ensure by transforming a traditional telecom site to the social site, the same resources can be utilized to give more benefits to the society, such as the site resources can be utilized to provide energy to the nearby resident. We can provide a vigilance kind of capabilities which can provide you a kind of the smart city kind of approach, and we can ensure that this kind of resources are open resources. So you can ensure that even you can utilize some kind of advertising on this particular domain, and there will be a new revenue generation channel. Because of the ICT adoption, we are developing more and more sites in a factory automation, in the intelligence surveillance. Because of that, transforming traditional site to the social site will be one of the key approach for the future networks. I would like to talk about the 5th trend, which is energy supply diversification. There will be 3 kind of approaches. First is diversified energy source. We can say that traditionally only grid and the diesel generator are the input modes for the site, but we believe that more and more site will adopt a green energy in the form of the solar, wind, and even they utilize the intelligent batteries along with the grid. This will be the diversified energy source which is going to transform single source to a multiple source when it comes for the site energy sources. Second is the diversified application. Traditional sites are CT based site only, but now more and more operators are going for the converged ICT deployment. So the ICT deployment convergence of a different IT and CT component to a unique co-deployment of the ICT will emerge with a diversified application. And diversified deployment is going to ensure there will be a centralized power plant which can help you to generate the power. Microgrid will be one of the important direction where more and more grids or locations where the grids is unstable or unavailable, we can provide the energy to that particular portfolio. Distributed generation, from the centralized to distributed generation, will be one of the key direction, and the household or the residential power supply will be one of the direction. This is diversified deployment scenario. Next, I would like to talk about the trend number 6, which is a full link intelligence. So traditional system is having isolated operation from the energy to the single bus, simple AC DC, simple charging and simple power on off. First stage, we want to ensure to inbuilt a kind of AI technologies in the full link. That means in the generation, in the conversion, in the storage, distribution and cooling, we are going to ensure the intelligent operation. Some of the examples I would like to give. We are utilizing the intelligent solar optimizer, which can help you to generate more yield. This is one kind of intelligent approach we can ensure in the solar power generation. For the distribution, we can utilize the intelligent circuit breaker. So the idea is to ensure more and more intelligent approach in the full link efficiency. So in the AI collaboration, I would also like to emphasize some of the key features that can help the operator to have substantial saving. This kind of approaches can be AI optimization, AI peak shaving, staggering and AI forecast. Following, I would like to give you some of the case studies where we have adopted this full link intelligence approach. So I would like to emphasize one point here. We have collaborated with a tower company in China and we have utilized the AI staggering approach to reduce OPEX. Now how this approach is working? This approach is going to help you to offload the mains whenever the tariff of the mains is higher. That means if the tariff is higher, I am going to discharge the battery. That time I can even offload the main supply. This is going to help you to save 17.1% electricity fees. This is one example we can ensure the operator to reduce the OPEX substantially. Next, I would like to talk about the trend number 7, which is simple and convergent network. So the existing network is just isolated kind of boxes which are combined together. This approach is not going to be a future oriented approach because you have more number of boxes, you are going to utilize more space and also downtime and the maintenance is going to be critical in this manner. So how we want to perceive this trend? There is going to be a new kind of approach where the network wide convergence and low carbonization is implemented, such as we are going to utilize the modular component, high density devices, we are going to ensure a platform based management. This is going to help you not only to save the massive amount of footprint, but it is going to help you in the simplified life cycle, end-to-end life cycle. That means quick site deployment, easy management, simple maintenance and flexible expansion it is going to offer to you. Next, I would like to talk about our trend number 8, which is multi-mode architecture. Okay, so traditionally we are going with a traditional approach which can be only a diesel generator combined with a mains power supply. But now with the emergence of ICT technology, you need to have multi-mode synergy and multi-mode capabilities to give a different requirement of the IT and CT component, vigilance camera and different amount of sensors. So with our multi-mode architecture, we can build a multi-mode capabilities, multi-mode voltage output in a particular converged site portfolio. I would like to give some of the examples here that this kind of approach can be utilized for deploying the safe city kind of architecture. We can ensure this kind of approach to help to open a collaboration with the government platform. Even we can deploy this kind of site for the water quality monitoring, because we are converging the IT and CT, we are converging a different kind of voltages for the IT and CT requirement. I would like to talk about our trend number 10, which is safe and reliable. So more and more sites have a increasing accident because of the legacy components such as battery, for example. We want to ensure that this site asset must be safer and reliable. So the hardware safety and software trustworthiness is increasingly important whenever we are going for the ICT infrastructure of the site. We can ensure the component we have are reliable components. We can ensure that from the small components such as batteries we are utilizing, they are having capabilities which are fireproof, and even these kind of batteries can be having a water immersion proof capabilities. We can ensure with advanced kind of the hardware and the software coding, we can ensure that the site is having a much more encryption based on the chipset level. We can ensure that the process is much more robust, so any malicious activities cannot have ill effect on this particular site portfolio. So with our advanced capabilities in the hardware and software, and with our advanced capabilities in the chipset encryption technologies, we can ensure a secure and reliable asset of the site for you. Lastly, I would like to summarize that the network transformation is going from the merely connections to the site, ICT convergence, to the comprehensive energy supply services. So the 4 fundamental principles we are going to follow for the future site constructions are the simple, intelligent, green and reliable. This is going to ensure add-on values to your sites so that it will help you to evolve to the new business at an ease, and we are transforming the energy as an auxiliary system only to adding on a value with our integrated energy solution. So not only for the carriers but for the enterprises, based on our 4 core philosophies, we will help the operator to achieve the best energy network portfolio, and at the same time we will comply with the protection of the earth with our zero carbon target networks. We had made a series of the exciting innovations, and our efforts are well recognized in the industry. We are having a number 1 market share from year 2013. So thank you again for all our operators, industry partners for standing with Huawei. I would like to say that together we can ensure this journey of innovation in the digital power domain, and we can ensure a fully connected, intelligent and greener world and achieve the success together. Thank you all for listening the top 10 trends of the site power. Thanks a lot.
Our program is still rich and full of surprises. Stay in touch with us until the end. You will have the opportunity to participate in the lucky draw session. Don't miss the chance. Many surprises and gifts are waiting for you. And now, with the next part of our program and launch of a comprehensive power supply solution hybrid with Mr. Yan Wei. Mr. Yan Wei is the product manager in Huawei Power site.
Hello everyone, my name is Yan Wei from Huawei Digital Energy product line. I am the general manager of industry site power. With great pleasure, I'm here to introduce you our latest generation power supply, iMagic Power and Cloudly. So many customers are very interested in the name and wondering what kind of magic of the power of your solution. So I said, yes, it do has a magic. It has the magic to make the power supply simple. It has the magic to power everything everywhere. And then the next question is, how can we achieve that? Let's please enjoy the short video. It will give you the first impression and a brief introduction of the latest generation of Huawei power supply. Thanks. Now, please allow me to give you in-depth introduction about our Cloudly. Here, on my right hand, is a real Cloudly model. This is a 100 ampere-hour model with only 3 UH, twice the density than the traditional lead-acid battery. Even compared with the common lithium battery in the industry, it is also at least 25% smaller. And of course, it is not just a simple high-density lithium battery. It's an organic combination of battery cells, heat dissipation structure, and intelligent BMS board. Here, we also have prepared a transparent model for you to see the internal structure. This panel is an intelligent BMS board, and as you can see here, the layout is just like an iPhone, fully industry-level quality. This is smart BMS enables many intelligent features we will introduce later. These black panels are the packs of the battery cell, and inside them are the lithium-ion materials and the battery cells. We choose lithium-ion because it is the most stable raw materials, and Huawei always puts safety above all else. Besides the materials, we adapt laser weighting to connect the battery cells. It is more secure than the traditional screw-fasten method. Then, we also carefully designed the heat dissipation and optimized the structure. More importantly, all Cloudly batteries must pass more than 50 restricted tests before entering the market. For example, we implemented the nail test on our battery. If the test sample was not secure, the nail test will cause fire or explosion. Results now that all our batteries pass the test. Then they will also need to pass the water immersion test. After the battery is immersed in the water, short circuits occurs inside the circuit board, which will cause the battery to run out of control and possible explosion. Therefore, the battery management must be precise and the quality must be excellent to pass the water immersion test. Again, we are proud that our Cloudly has passed these tests. There are many such tests, and we won't repeat them here. In one word, we carry out all scenarios verification by extremely conditions to ensure the safety. Besides safety, another important feature of the Cloudly is intelligence. Common lithium battery is usually just a simple combination of the electronic cells and the mechanical parts. This battery provides only backup power and has only basic management functions. This is because most battery vendors are just manufacturers in owning battery field. They seldom consider battery as an important network cell in a digital site. This often results in extensive investment, high O&M cost, and evolution difficulties. Huawei is different. With our years of understanding in industrial digital sites, we combine our technologies in electronics, sensing, BMS, excellent efficient cooling, AI, and cloud, all together in our design of Cloudly. Based on this, we aim at helping our customers reduce both CapEx and OpEx. In the CapEx saving aspect, for example, our Cloudly can be mixed use with various types of batteries to fully utilize existing assets. It is a common sense that the old battery cannot be mixed with other old batteries because they will influence the performance. While the Cloudly can prevent this, this BMS inside enable Cloudly automatically adapt to the voltage of different batteries so that they prevent the interaction between old and new batteries. In this way, our customers do not need to replace all the batteries, no matter what kind of brands of the existing sites. They can significantly save the investment. Another feature is the intelligent voltage boosting. Traditional battery cannot realize 100% capacity discharge. One of the reasons is on the discharge feature of the voltage drop. When the battery discharge voltage drops lower than the load input equipment, it stops its discharge, while our Cloudly can achieve 57 constant voltage output and ensure and all capacity is discharged. This feature is especially useful in short-term discharge scenario. Traditional lead-acid batteries are only discharge 40% capacity in 2 hours, while our Cloudly can discharge by 100%. In this case, 100 ampere-hour Cloudly has the same performance as more than 200 ampere lead-acid batteries, then saving the space and investment. One more intelligent feature is that for the common lithium battery, when you parallel using several battery strings, the output power will be renting by 50%, while our Cloudly, you can directly parallel using them together without any output power derenting. Taking a typical 8 kilowatts power consumption size as an example, for 100 ampere-hour common lithium batteries need to be configured, where only 200 ampere-hour Cloudly are necessary under the same condition, then again saving the investment. Besides, Cloudly also have many features helping our customers reduce O&M cost. As we know, traditional lead-acid batteries are dumb devices with unknown status and often require normal maintenance, for example, in the electronic domain. Usually, we have to visit the site once a year just to check the battery capacity. This costs around $600 per year. Cloudly can be directly connected to the MEMS through the Energy IoT. Then you will get the real-time SOC and SOH remotely. By this way, you can manage the massive energy storage on the entire network and simplify the O&M. Another useful feature is intelligent peak staggering. This feature can be used to leverage the peak and the valley electronic prices to reduce the corresponding cost. To achieve this, the MEMS collaboration with the power grid and analyze the battery SOC in real time. It is also accurately predicts the battery backup time and adjusts the staggering as required. Through this process, batteries can be charged in a low price period and discharged when the price of electronics is high. This reduces electricity fees and minimizes the value of batteries. Furthermore, the system automatically calculates and displays the peak staggering revenues, enabling customers to optimize the investment. Finally, as one of the most valuable assets, the anti-theft design of battery are also important. Cloudly can collaborate with the power system to implement online software anti-theft lock. After theft, it is not discharged unless reactive by our authorized customer. When working with the NMS, it is also realize GPS tracking, minimize the theft loss. To sum up, Huawei Cloudly is a perfect solution to optimize the CapEx and OpEx. The end-to-end TCO will reduce by 30% compared with the traditional lead-acid batteries in 5 years. We have delivered more than 5 gigawatt-hours in the past 5 years. The performance is generally verified and appreciated by the global customers.
Huawei's success stories with its customers and partners has not ended yet. We are now on another date and another success story of the Huawei side power solution. Let's see it together. With the next topic from this special event with Mr. David Sanchez, who will introduce to us to the latest top 10 trends of PV solutions. Mr. David Sanchez is a director of Huawei Australia.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining today. This is David Sanchez. I am accounts director for Huawei Australia. Right now, broadcasting live from Australia. First of all, and most important, I hope that everyone is okay. So these are difficult times, but I believe we will overcome those. So stay safe. This is the most important thing right now. So today, we're going to talk about solar trends, the solar trends for the future. So it's very important to say that Huawei, as leader of the market, we perform every year an intense research. We talk to experts, we gather their feedback to understand the future of solar. This year, for the first time, we are releasing our conclusions, our perspective to the market, to the public. So we're going to talk about the 10 trends for the next 5-10 years, as you can see in the slide right now. So first of all, digitalization. So we do believe that more than 90% of the solar farm will be fully digital by 2025. So what is digitalization? Digitalization is the management of the big data in order to improve the performance of the solar farm. In that case, inverter, as a fundamental part of the solar farm, will play a major role when it comes to data collection and transmission. How? Basically, all the sensors included in the inverter will be able to analyze and operate huge amounts of information. As a metaphor, we could talk about a human body. So all the organs will give all the necessary information to the brain. In this case, our inverters are the organ, and the brain is the solar farm. But not only the inverters. We believe that actually the trackers, the power stations, and the modules will become smarter, will become more digital. Again, this is not only the future, it's the present, but it's definitely the close future for the solar farms. As number two, we have AI, artificial intelligence. So we believe that more than 70% of the solar farms by 2025 will use this kind of technology. So basically, the grounds of AI are the massive data collection for self-learning, analyze, and improvement. So this can only lead to an increase of the performance of the solar farm. As an example, the digital IV curve diagnosis software. So inverters will be able to collect all the information, huge amount of data, and with high accuracy, perform the IV curve diagnosis and understand just with a button click where you have hotspots, PID risk, or even a diode broken. Actually, our IV curve 3.0 is even able to perform the IV curve diagnosis to bifacial models. So this is a huge step forward in terms of digitalization and AI. Huawei is already working in that way. But the same concept can be applied to storage solutions or to trackers. This will come and this will lead only to an increase of the generation of the solar farm. So number three, so unmanned PV plants. This is a reality. So we do believe by 2025, more than 80% of the solar farms globally won't need any human on it. As an example, Huawei has a lot of references where a huge amount of megawatts, hundreds of megawatts, are only controlled by one guy and one dog. And actually, the dog is the most important guy because he's controlling that there are no thieves in the solar farm. Again, a solar solution needs to be able to be controlled remotely. And for that, you need to remove all the wearing parts, like fuses, like screen, etc., etc. But in parallel, we also see robot applications as an application of AI used in the solar farm for some tasks, like the module cleaning. Again, self-learning, efficiency, reducing mistakes. This is what it's all about. Number four, support to the grid. This is actually a fundamental topic, especially in some countries like Australia, where it's definitely the most important topic. Why? With the new energy share increasing massively in the generation mix, the grid is being affected. So we see how the short circuit ratio is collapsing, is going to very, very low values. What does it mean? This means low impedance and also low stability for frequency and voltage. So that's a huge challenge. So in the future and in the present, the PV solutions, the PV inverters, will have to be able to install the best technology to comply with these challenges, with these huge requirements from the grid. Trend number five. So trend number five is solar plus storage. So this we know very well. Everybody knows that solar is gaining and gaining gap in the solar farms. So this is something that we know that by 2025, at least 30% of the solar farms will use some kind of energy storage. As we spoke, with a huge increase of new energies into the grid is being affected. So the storage also becomes a very important part in terms of overcoming the challenges to the grid, frequency regulations, stability, and so on. Only problem right now is the cost. But we will see in the next time how the cost is going down. And with the cost going down, we will see a huge increase of the storage solutions in the solar farms. As I said, by 2025, we expect at least 30% of the solar farms, including some kind of energy storage system. Number 6. So number 6 are the virtual power plants. So this is actually a very important topic also. So due to the friendly policies globally, we have seen a huge increase of residential, commercial, and industrial rooftops. So the reality is that those systems, they work quite independently, okay? But we expect that by 2025, at least 80% of the household systems will be connected to what we call virtual power plant. What does it mean? So that means autonomous systems, being able to dispatch energy, build energy, and even buy energy. That will lead to a huge increase of these kinds of systems, because this is already a reality, but this will come mainstream in only 5 years. This is what we believe. Number seven. So active safety. This is a very important topic. We all know that. So AFCI is a key factor, but it's also becoming not only a standard for rooftops, but also an international standard. We believe it will become a fully required international standards very soon. Why? Because we know the hidden arcs caused by the DC side can lead to fire, to accidents. Actually, we all know a very famous case of a supermarket in the USA where we saw a fire because of this. So again, poor DC contacts, poor DC connection, poor DC cables can lead to a huge risk for both machines and people. Again, AFCI will become an international standard because it makes sense and because it's actually a fantastic protection. Let's go to number 8. So number 8, this is higher power density. What does it mean? So it's important to understand that with the breakthrough of new wideband electronic semiconductors, like the silicon carbide or the gallium nitride, together with advanced algorithm, we expect a collapse, a drop in the power density at least 50% in the next years. What does it mean? So basically today, a 100 kilowatt inverter can have an average weight of 85, 90 kilos. So in 5 years, we will see how a 100 kilowatt inverter will actually have a weight of 45 or 50 kilos. Huge drop in the weight, huge increase in the power density. This is the trend for the next future. Number 9, modular design. So this is clear. Inverters, power stations, and others are a key factor, are the main factor in any solar farm. And the reality is that only the modular design can bring the highest flexibility and the lowest O&M cost. We see this today, but this will be even more important in the close future. Modular is simple, it's efficient, and you don't require skilled people to perform the O&M. Again, huge reduction in the O&M cost. Only this way, the future solar farm will be able to be fully bankable. And number 10, so security and trustworthiness. What does it mean? So we know very well that safety and credibility are necessary requirements for any solar farm. So let's call it cyber security, okay? So with the capacity of solar farms increasing globally, the reality is that the network architecture is getting more and more complex. This is where privacy, security, system reliability, and credibility will become the main requirement in any solar farm. We know this, we see this today, but we know very well that this would become mainstream in the very close future. So these were the 10 trends that Huawei believes that will be the mainstream from 2025. Hope you guys found this interesting. So actually, let me please share the last slide. Why? Because actually this is the vision that Huawei has. Bring digital to everyone, every home, every organization. Make a world better connected and more intelligent. This is what Huawei is bringing to the market. Actually, Huawei as an ICT, ever since we entered the solar market, we had one goal: bringing full digital solution to the PV industry. And this is how Huawei is actually transforming the industry, bringing a full digital solution to the market, lowering LCOE, bringing a remote and smart solution. This is what Huawei is bringing. Again, because we know very well how to do it, because our background is an ICT. 5G, AI will come faster than when we think, and will again lead and help to a better connected and intelligent world. So hope you like that. Again, hope everyone is safe and stay safe. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much. Stay safe. See you soon.
I remind you to stay with us until the end of this event so that you have the chance to join the raffle draw and win our prizes. Please keep in touch and do not go anywhere. Now, I will leave you with the next session in our program today. Mr. Shen Gogang will introduce to us to Huawei Smart PV Solution. Mr. Shen is currently the president of Huawei Smart PV Business, and he joined Huawei in 2001 after graduating from Southeast University with majoring in mechanical engineering and automation. He has held various senior positions such as senior R&D engineer and department management roles with extensive R&D and management experience in the energy industry. Let's join Mr. Shen to learn more about Huawei Smart PV Solution.
Hello, I am Chen Guoguang, president of the PV domain. Next, let me show you around the smart PV area. First, let me talk about the global PV market. In recent years, as the PV costs decrease continuously, in most countries and regions, the PV power generation cost is already lower than that of the conventional means, such as in China Type 1 and 2 regions, in Spain, Malaysia, Middle East, Latin America, and India, where the PV systems no longer need subsidies and the grid parity has been realized. PV scenarios have also expanded from large-sized power plants to distributed residential and industrial scenarios. For all three scenarios, we have developed comprehensive solutions. Next, let me talk about the residential scenario. Both residential and industrial PV need to be installed on the rooftops, bringing three challenges. First, the rooftops have complex shapes, and each component cannot be maximized in terms of generation of power. And the second challenge is storage. Traditional storage was not distributed, the cost was high, it was not on demand, it was not flexible in the expansion. Third challenge is safety. People need to climb up to the roof and need to assemble. There can be high voltage and there can be possible arc that pose risk to the safety of the people. For these three challenges, we propose optimizer plus inverter plus storage solution. You can see our optimizers can maximize the power generation of each component. With or without the optimizer can lead to 7.5% difference in the power generation. Our storage is also modularized. Every 5 kWh is the minimum module. Each cabinet has maximum 15 kWh. There can be at most 2 cabinets. Each module has BMS. New and old batteries can have dynamic balancing and can be used in a hybrid manner. In a life cycle, the available power can be maximized. One module is faulted, it can be automatically isolated. Our inverter adopts Huawei patented topology, efficiency, and AI algorithms. It has the best conversion efficiency and has also intelligent prediction for power generation and utilization. It can design the best algorithm for storage, discharge, and charge. In addition, we have AFCI function in our inverter, so arc can be detected accurately and can be interrupted within 2.5 seconds. Let me show you this function. I'd like to show you the DC arc scenario. Now you have continuous DC arc. Once you start the protection, the arc is interrupted. This is the active security function. Only Huawei has this feature in this industry. But how is it achieved? We adopt AI technologies into proactive arc protection. We can have auto-learning of arc so as to accurately detect, locate, and close the arc. This inverter is for industrial and commercial scenario. It is of medium capacity. It's mainly fixed on the industrial rooftops, so it has a very demanding requirement on the safety and availability and reliability. This is the only 60 kilowatt inverter with natural heat dissipation with no fuse, no fan, and no vulnerable component, and has the highest reliability in the industry. This is our star product, the string inverter for large ground power station. You know that we are the first one to have intelligent string inverter to replace the traditional integrated products. We have led the industry's development. We have innovated in adopting Huawei's digital and AI technologies and combined that with inverter technologies. So inverters have been shifted from feature phones to smartphones. The efficiency of power generation of O&M have been greatly increased, and so is this adaptability to the grid. From 2015, our shipment has maintained the world #1 status for 5 years in a row. In last year, we achieved the #1 market share in all mainstream markets in the world, including Europe, Japan, and other advanced economies. In Shenzhen HQ and in China, we have all kinds of demonstration areas for customers to visit. Experience shows us that when customers are shown to our demonstration areas, and when they witness our cool technologies behind the solutions, we are very likely to win the order. Smart PV not only creates big value for us and the customers, but also contribute a lot to the carbon emission and energy saving. Our total installed capacity is 118 GWh, which is 5 3-gauge dam. Our cumulative power generation is 264 billion GWh, equivalent to planting 200 million trees for the earth. That's so much for my introduction. Thank you very much.
On our planet of civilization, humans have stepped into the intelligent era. Ubiquitous connectivity, pervasive intelligence, technology builds a better world. Our efforts to build a green world never cease. Renewable energy has become a main energy source, accessible to every person, home and organization. Huawei is launching the new Fusion Solar 6.0 Smart PV solution. Absorb solar energy to deliver clean power. AI Boost Fusion Solar Smart PV solution for optimal LCOE and grid supporting. Smart Tracking Control algorithm optimizes tracking angle with local plant terrain and weather condition. Capturing more solar energy and increasing yield by around 1%. Smart IV Curve Diagnosis 4.0 is compatible with shingled modules and supports inspection on mixed installation of PV modules in one string. For one 100 megawatt PV plant, a thorough detection of all strings takes only 15 minutes. Smart grid connection protection algorithm supports PV plant to stably operate in all grid scenarios. Smart ESS enables integration between PV and energy storage system. Huawei AI-powered residential and C&I smart PV solution delivers optimal electricity cost and active safety. Active arcing protection, accurate detection and quick shutdown. Reliable design without quick wear parts, ensuring solar inverter stable operation. Built-in nighttime PID recovery, securing solar module performance. Modules optimize power generation of each module, increasing energy yield by up to 30%. Module level intelligent monitoring, enabling you to learn PV plant status in real time. Modular design ensures flexible capacity expansion and optimal investment. Dual power, battery ready for optimal electricity cost. Smart energy management reduces power consumption costs and makes clean power accessible to all.
The final topic of this major event will go along with two other success stories, one from Kenya and the other from Netherlands, about Huawei smart PV solution. Let's hear more about it together, about the success of Huawei products and solutions such as smart PV from its customers.
Hi, I'm Nick, and we're here at Strathmore University in Nairobi, Kenya. This is the oldest PV training school in Kenya. We're here installing a Huawei Sun 2000 10 KTL inverter. Before this Huawei inverter was installed, there was two inverters from another manufacturer, and one had failed after only 4 years in operation. So only half of this 10 kilowatt system was working. So now with this Huawei 10 KTL inverter, it's a single inverter replacing the two 5 kilowatt inverters from another manufacturer. It's less than half the size and less than half the weight of each of those one inverters. So this is a partnership between Jubilee Bros and the Strathmore Energy Research Center. We believe that by donating this 10 KTL inverter to the Strathmore University, we're going to help build a stronger future for the solar industry in Kenya. So we're happy to help them with new equipment to teach the future installers of Kenya the latest methods, the latest technology, and the best efficient equipment, and to know how easy it is to install these.
Commissioning of the system becomes pretty easy. There are easy steps to follow through the app, which anybody, even those that are not more into electrical bit of work, can be able to do it. One interesting bit, it is also battery ready. Unlike other grid-tied inverters that will necessitate you have an inverter charger separate from a grid-tied inverter, which makes it quite versatile and good for many applications in the market. I would recommend Huawei inverters to anybody who wants to do installation, be it commercial or residential. The quality of the systems they have, even in terms of the size of the system and what such a system can do.
Sunvest is een ontwikkelaar van zonneparken. Wij zijn gebaseerd in Utrecht en ontwikkelen op dit moment parken in Nederland. We zijn bezig met de ontwikkeling van een tiental parken en hebben nu 3 parken gerealiseerd. Onze eerste 2 parken, Lelystad en Zutphen, hebben we gebouwd. Dat waren parken zo rond de 8 tot 10 megawatt. Durkenakker is een slag groter, dan ga je naar 65 megawatt piek. Wij hebben vorig jaar dit park mogen ontwikkelen en toen zijn we gaan kijken naar welke concepten kunnen we nou toepassen. En daar is ook Huawei in beeld gekomen. Maar we waren op zoek ook naar een integraal concept waarbij de transformator, de omvormer en de automatisering op één manier is ontwikkeld en ook gebouwd kan worden. Voor ons is als ontwikkelaar is natuurlijk ook gewoon de prijs, zowel de inkoopprijs, maar ook de totale investering van belang. Waarbij wij kijken naar zowel de initiële kosten, de aanschaf, maar ook hoe snel is het te bouwen, is het zonder risico's te bouwen. En heb je vervolgens een systeem waarbij je ook je monitoring en je bewaking van je zonnepark ook goed kunt doen. Een voorbeeld daarvan is bijvoorbeeld de powerline communicatie. Je sluit de omvormer aan en het centrale systeem, de smart logger, herkent de omvormers. En bij ons is in principe op het moment dat we in bedrijf gaan, zijn alle omvormers zichtbaar en kunnen we gelijk het beheer vanaf die dag gaan doen. Nou, dat is typisch een sterk punt, denk ik, bij Huawei. Je bereidt je bouwplaats voor, de plek waar je de container wil neerzetten. En 3 containers op 1 dag installeren. Ja, dat is een enorme snelheid waarmee je ook zekerheid hebt voor je bouw en zekerheid op het halen van je planning.
Thank you to all our speakers for sharing the latest technologies in this important digital energy event, the new environmentally friendly solutions that can help us accelerate the process of digital transformation and best practices in various fields. I think many of us are eager to learn more. You can visit our website e.huawei.com/ma to view more videos, success stories, products and solutions. If you have any requirements, please contact us through the Huawei Northern Africa Digital Power 2.0 event website. Now, Huawei's Northern Africa Lucky Draw. We will announce 10 lucky winners. Congratulations to all the winners. Huawei's Northern Africa team will reach out to you soon to claim your gift. Dear guests, we have come to the end of our event. Thank you all for your participation and we hope to see you in another event soon. Stay safe, keep in touch.